Hey everybody, TBGhunter here, and welcome back to more Battalion Wars. Last time we took on the dreaded Tundran elite tank division of the Iron 8 and Titans of Tundra. It's time for us now to get within striking distance and kick the Tundrans out of this conflict once and for all. The Western Frontier's 51st Bomber Squadron is fueled up and inbound, ready to soften up the enemy border strongholds. Deploy your artillery and take out the enemy radar stations before the bombing run begins.
Welcome, Tsar Gorgi. Something to quench your thirst?
My son is blind to the threat posed by the Western Frontier.
Am I to take it that you wish to proceed with our arrangement?
Yes.
So, the pact is sealed.
Thanks to you, Commander, we've stopped the enemy advance in its tracks. Now it's time to take out their forward positions and send these no-good grizzlies back home to Mother Tundra. We have a bomber squadron standing by, waiting to blow the Tundran army to smithereens. But first, we need to take down the Tundran's radar cover. That's why I'm sending you some artillery units. These heavy hitters will knock out the enemy MG towers from a distance. With the MG towers out of the picture, your infantry can move in and capture the Tundran radar stations to clear the way for our bombers to finish the job. What are you waiting for, Commander? Muster your battalion and get into formation.
But Soup was just on.
You will begin this mission with a squad of assault vets under your command. Assault vets are highly effective against light vehicles and aircraft, but they are less accurate at long range. Press and hold the A button to increase the rate of fire. But if you hold it down for too long, the barrel will overheat.
Alright, come on boys. Let's get a move on. We got some artillery to meet. What are the Flames vets doing
What
here?
are those Tundran's flame vets doing snooping around in our tent? Go give them a lesson in good manners.
You know, it's not nice to Soup, boys. You know what happens now.
That'll teach him to drop in on us uninvited.
Ah, there's the artillery.
Here's that artillery I promised you, Commander. These cannons are highly effective against static and slow-moving targets. But they are vulnerable to enemy gunships and short-range anti-armor units. With these babies, we can start shelling the enemy's fortifications from our side of the river. The Tundrans will undoubtedly launch a counterattack, so defend your artillery at all times.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel out here.
The Western Frontier no longer has the courage to fight man to man.
Still haven't noticed I'm a girl, Marshal Nova.
That's kind of sad, to be honest.
To their cowardly attack.
Uh-oh! Enemy air unit inbound! Don't let it take out your artillery!
I see him. Alright, boys, you know what to do. Now, assault vets are actually pretty good at harassing gunships as well. I honestly would use them to try to draw gunship's fire or have it swerve a little bit to not attack your vehicles or the rest of your battalion. Because, as the description said from Betty, they're good against aircraft units, even though there really seems kind of bad. Is a tank coming our way? Why is there a tank coming our way? What the hell was that artillery doing? Uh-oh. They're good against light armored vehicles, so light tanks and recons, but they're not that good against heavy tanks or like other very heavily armed units. They're good against infantry, they're good against gunships, other aircraft such as bombers and fighters, they're not that good against. Because it makes sense, they kind of get outmaneuvered by them. Artillery, really good long-range units, as their name would suggest, but they're very vulnerable to up-close and personal attacks. They do actually have a gunner position on their side, so they can handle a couple of close-range infantry, but if it's like bazooka vets or like tanks or any of that type of stuff, yeah, they're gonna have a bad time. Alright. Oh god, those are flame vets.
The bomber squadron is beginning its approach, Commander. They're less than 5 minutes away.
Alright, gonna take command of our artillery, see if we can get a couple of rounds their way.
Another of my gunships is sure to shake the enemy's morale.
You're approaching an enemy capture point, Commander. Do you remember how to take control?
Uh-oh, one of our artillery pieces is actually taking some pretty significant damage. Okay, he's a bit danged up, but I think he'll survive. Uh-oh. Nice job with that gunner for taking care of the flame vet. Yeah, one's smoking, one's at half health, and one's still pretty good. I'll take the smoking one. We'll move him over here. Take the grunts and the assault vets, and we'll have them capture this. Assault vets. There we go.
How long is it gonna take?
You know what? I'm just gonna take direct control of you.
Take good care of her.
There we go.
We got one! 2 more radar stations to go!
Alright, light tank up ahead. Actually, no, I'm gonna take command of a bazooka vet instead. Thankfully, the gun towers have been fully taken care of. The only thing we really have to worry about is that light tank sitting over there and a couple of MG nests.
Victor, the objective is right here.
There we go. Oh, we'll be doing more than just shooting at you. There we go. Hell yeah. Love like the big go-to attitude that our veterans have. It's really fun. They didn't have to give the characters this much of a personality, but they did. I love them for it.
Nova, this is unacceptable. The Frontier
What were you guys even shooting at? Like, holy hell.
In another defeat. Father, what are you doing here? I am here to bring you to your senses and secure total victory for Tundra.
Hustle it up, Commander. The bomber squadron is less than 3 minutes away.
A little hard to do when we got a whole bunch of MG nests over there, Betty.
Heads up, Commander. Marshal Nova's sending in a 3rd gunship. Bring 'em on!
Just gotta get our missiles back there to protect the artillery. Alright, grunts, go for the capture points. Assault, you protect them. Artillery, actually, you know what? Everybody just make a run for the capture point, because that gunship's already on my artillery pieces. And missiles just took them out. There we go. Nice going, boys. I'm proud to serve with you.
Good job, Commander. All 3 radar stations are now offline. 51st Bomber Squadron is go for launch. Here comes the cavalry, Commander.
About time.
Wait a second. That's the Exylvanian crest on those bombers. What the heck is going on?
Greetings from Exylvania, Tsar Gorgi. Kaiser Vlad has chosen to decline your offer of an alliance and make war on both your armies instead.
What is she talking about, Father? In secret, I made a pact with the Exylvanians that would ensure victory for the Tundran territories. But I have been betrayed!
Looks like the Exylvanians scored in both end zones before anybody even knew they were in the game.
If either of our nations are to survive, we must unite against the common foe. What say you, Brigadier?
You got yourself a deal, Marshal. And call me Betty.
Today, the world reeled in shock as Exylvania launched a devastating attack on both the western frontier and the Tundran territories. In its aftermath, these two former adversaries put centuries of bitter enmity behind them by forming an alliance of nations. And so, the fighting frontier and the Tundran bear find themselves fighting side by side in a war which will decide the fate of both their nations.
Alright, for the first time, technique actually was what cost me the S rank, and not the thing that saved me from getting a worse rank. Which, yeah, losing that artillery piece was kind of the deciding factor with it. I think if we kept it alive, we probably would have been able to at least pull an S rank out of our ass. Oh well. Alright, new unit, the artillery. It has a crew of 2, speed of 2, 2 weapons, and an armor rating of 3. Its role is long-range support. The self-propelled Preacher PK-772 artillery piece has the longest range of any unit. Its cumbersome movement is made up for its power in the range of the 88mm cannon. Despite a mounted HMG, it is advisable to keep enemies at a distance. And we also have a new unit, the Assault Vet. Armed with the belt-fed M70 heavy caliber machine gun, their role is mid-range anti-infantry, light anti-armor, and anti-aircraft. Although inaccurate at extreme long range, the sheer volume of heavy caliber bullets that the assault veterans produce means that they are deadly against all infantry types and reasonably effective against light armored vehicles and aircraft. Alright, well, the conflict between Tundra and the Frontier has mostly come to an end, as we have a new threat to deal with in the Dune Sea. However, we're not done with the Frontier and Tundra just yet. Next time on Battalion Wars Revisited, we're gonna head off to the Tundran Territory Campaign bonus mission, and we're gonna see what that what-if scenario will entail. See you guys next time. Later.